For the Decades Project, we got the 2000s. And the first dance I'm going to show you is the Soldier Boy. So, first step is, well, you jump. And I can't jump, so I'm going to attempt. So, you jump and you cross your legs, right? And then the second step is, you take your right hand and you slap your right foot. And then you cross and snap. The third step is, take your left foot and you cross over and then you slap your knee with your right hand. Then, you go into the Superman. And then, the last one is, you cross and snap. Cross and snap. And that's the Soldier Boy for you. For the second dance I'm going to show you, which is basically one step, it's Rock Away by Fat Joe. And you basically cross your arms and you go, rock away, rock away. That's it.
Soldier Boy, I been it. Why me crack it, why me roll? Why me crack that Soldier Boy, that Superman, that now why me you? Crack that Soldier, now why me you? Crack that Soldier, now why me you?
That was a great hamburger.
Why, thank you. I got some homemade chocolate chip cookies. Would you like one?
Of course I would. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, did you hear about the H1N1?
What's the H1N1?
It's this deadly disease that you get from eating meat, and then the symptoms are like the flu or something.
I just had a burger. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
You can't get it from eating a hamburger. You can only get it from somebody who already had it.
No, we're all gonna die.
What is all this chaos?
We're all gonna die from H1N1, man.
No, you're not. It doesn't even exist, silly.
That is such a relief.
But salmonella's on the loose. Could be in the bushes over there.
July 2005, Space Shuttle Discovery completes the first manned NASA space mission since the Columbia accident in February 2003. August 2005, hundreds of people are killed when Hurricane Katrina, the most destructive storm to hit the U.S. in decades, sweeps through the Gulf states. Much of the city of New Orleans is submerged by floodwaters. April 2006. Millions of immigrants and their supporters take to the streets to protest against plans to criminalize illegal immigrants. May 2006. The only man to be charged over the September 11th attacks, self-confessed Al-Qaeda conspirator Zacharias, I don't know how to say his name, and he's probably famous, but yeah, I don't know, is sentenced to life in jail. January 2007, President Bush announces a new Iraq strategy. Thousands more U.S. troops will be dispatched to shore up security in Baghdad. May 2007, Congress approves more funding for the war in Iraq. President Bush has vetoed an earlier bill containing a timetable for withdrawal. March 2008, John McCain wins the Republican Party's nomination to run for U.S. president. June 2008, Illinois Senator Barack Obama wins the Democratic Party's nomination to run for U.S. president, becoming the first black candidate to do so, after defeating his rival Hillary Clinton. September 2008, turmoil in the U.S. and international financial markets as major Wall Street investment bank Lehman Brothers collapses and other big U.S. financial players face growing troubles as a result of the credit crunch. With hundreds of billions of dollars wiped out in bad loans and a prolonged property slump, the U.S. faces its worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. The U.S. House of Representatives rejects a $700 billion rescue plan for the U.S. financial system, sending shockwaves around the world. October 2008, with the financial crisis spreading globally, the U.S. Congress passes the previously rejected financial rescue plan. November 2008, Democratic Senator Barack Obama defeats Republican John McCain to become the first president of the United States. January 2009, Barack Obama is sworn in as 44th President of the United States, becoming the first African-American president. February 2009, Congress approves $787 billion stimulus package in the face of a strong opposition from Republicans. President Obama unveils a record $3.6 trillion budget for 2010, aimed at helping to pull the U.S. out of the financial crisis. May 2010, Deepwater Horizon oil rig disaster in the Gulf of Mexico causes the United States budget oil spill to date. No, that didn't make sense. What? So the second hero is Guadalupe Arizpa de la Vega. Okay, kind of a mouthful. Okay, so here's a little thing on her. Several times a week, a 74-year-old grandma drives into the murder capital of the world to help keep a sanctuary for its citizens alive. Guadalupe Arizpa de la Vega insists on returning to her hometown to preserve the Hospital de la Familia, a health center she started more than 30 years ago. It's very, very important to keep that place open, giving good services to the people of Juarez, de la Vega says, because it's their hope. De la Vega, who is married to a prominent businessman from Juarez, lived there for decades, but the escalating violence, murder, crime, and corruption recently forced her to move to El Paso. She says the tipping point came when her family was threatened. They called and they said that they had kidnapped my daughter. They wanted us to send the money, but my daughter came into the room while we were talking to them. More than anything, I wanted to protect my 3 children, she says. De la Vega says she has lost friends and neighbors in the conflict, but she insists she is not afraid. And she's determined to help the people of Juarez continue receiving the medical care that they need. De la Vega has always been passionate about healthcare, volunteering with the Red Cross ever since the young age of 8 years old. So the third hero is, well, it's actually 6 people who are called the Lucky 6. Yeah. Okay. So this is a story. This is just a little thing on 6 firefighters from September 11th. Okay. They are known today as the Lucky 6. They survived because of one reason only. They were helping. Tommy Falco, Sal D'Agostino, Mike Meldrum, Matt Komorowski, Captain Jonas, and Bill Butler were the firefighters. Josephine Harris, a grandmother from Brooklyn, was trying to get out of the trade tower buildings. She wasn't working well. Her office had been on the 73rd floor and was exhausted when the firefighters came across her as they were heading down to the lobby. They couldn't leave her there, so they began to help her down to the lobby. There was a big boom. The south tower had just collapsed. When they were on the 4th floor, Josephine couldn't go any further. Then everyone started to heave. The north tower started to go down. Then it was noisy. Things began to fly around, and there were gigantic dust clouds. They were hurled around for a moment, and then the wreckage settled with them in it. There was no way out, but then they saw that, for some reason, the 2nd floor section of the staircase was still there. The firefighters placed a harness around Josephine and slid her down. Remarkably, all 7 got out alive. Faster or slower, they might not have gone out, but at that pace, they did. So, I guess he's considered a hero, or those 6 are considered heroes because, you know, it was pretty obvious that, or it looked to them like it was likely that they were going to die. And, you know, it was this one woman, but all 6 were willing to risk their lives to save her. So, that is it.